Hey Freedom Grills, today we're going to talk about a confusing topic, which is the 509T versus 509 ACSS clamping style. Both of them are an RMR footprint, specifically the plates that come with this are MR, but the plates are slightly different, and that's because the optics are slightly different. So as you can see here, the ACSS is slightly longer than the 509T. So this is a longer optic overall, and because of that, it needs a slightly different plate. So just to show a couple of examples of this, here's the 509T, here's the 509T plate. Obviously that just goes right there. There's a little gap in front. The ACSS takes up the whole plate's length. So technically you could take the 509T and put it on the 509 ACSS plate and it'll work because that gap is still there. That's the same thing as this right here, but you can't do the reverse. But again, you have to be careful about what mount you buy because the 509T ones will not work for the 509 ACSS. For example, both of these are for the P320. If you have P320 questions, we just made a whole fitment guide video on it. I'll put that in the description. But for example, the 509T plate, 509T, will clamp on, no issues. But if you go with the 509 ACSS, because of the way the plates are designed, it's not going to work. It won't fit, it won't clamp down. Another example, here's the echelon plate, again for the 509T, and again 509 ACSS will not clamp down onto it because of the way the plates are designed. They're designed for the 509T, which isn't as long as the 509 ACSS. Here's a 509T low mount, and here's the 509 ACSS. So technically it could like go on there and it will clamp down. It's just that it sticks out quite a bit. Or if you do it the reverse way, it'll stick out in the rear. So it'll stick out a bit, and obviously it probably won't be the end of the world, but if that does bother you, obviously you're going to need specific ACSS mounts. So overall, the 509T, 509 ACSS have the same footprint. They're both an RMR footprint. So if you have an RMR cut slide, they both will work. You just need to get the correct adapter plate. And again, the 509T adapter plates will not work for the 509 ACSS, especially for the pistols, but on the rifles, they're a little more forgiving if you're willing to have the 509 ACSS stick out a little bit. Hopefully that clears up the confusion on both of these optics. If you still have questions, let us know in the comments or reach out to us at freedomgorilla.com.